Here I am again on this long drive back home. It's Friday, February 26th. It's 9:14 p.m. I've mostly been down at Barbara's the whole time with the girls and the baby. I really didn't want to go back to Mom's house since Sonora passed away and everything. I just been too depressed. Just sitting in that room looking around at our stuff, and everything in that room is about her and her thin clothes and her makeup and everything else, and everything there just reminds me of her, which is not a bad thing. I had a lot of good memories with her. The only bad thing there at that house is the fact that she passed away in that house and that she's gone now. And of course I'm depressed about it. I've been trying to keep myself busy with the girls and the baby, and it seems like the more and more I try not to think about her, the more I just do nothing but sit and talk about her and think about her. I hope this is normal. I hope I'm going through the normal things that people do when they're grieving for a loved one. Like I told everybody, she was my best friend. We spent every day together, all day. We never went anywhere without each other. And that's rough. Like now, riding in the car by myself, she was always sitting beside me. Even though she'd be asleep most of the time, it didn't matter. She was with me. At least if she was with me, I could rub her head, kiss her on the cheek, hold her hand. And I go to places now that me and her used to go to, and I walk in the store. I was in the shoe store the other day in the mall in Countryside, and I immediately walk in the shoe store and go right to the women's section. And I don't see her in the women's section, so I went to walk up and down a few aisles looking for her. And then when I got to the end of the aisle, I stood there for a second. I go, Brian, she's not here. She's not in the store with you, buddy. She's gone. And that was yesterday. It was a week yesterday when she passed away. And I relive that morning over and over and over in my mind, over again. And it's so depressing. I mean, like I was telling her dad and her cousin, her pain and suffering is over. Thank God for that. But now our pain and suffering starts, because we're the ones left here to grieve over her and to miss her. She was my best friend. She was a huge part of my life. She was my life. I love my kids to death, and they know that. But Sonora was everything to me. She was a different relationship than me and my children have, but she was everything to me, everything in the world to me. I loved her. With all my fucking heart and soul, I loved her. And she's gone now, and it's hard to understand. She was 34 and I'm 52, and it's, I've lived a long time on this planet, but she was the first person that literally just died in front of me. I was holding her hand when she took her last breath. And I'll always remember that. And that will always mess with my head. But as you get older and friends and family pass away, this is the reality that you got to come to grips with, that you're going to have to come to grips with and deal with. I'm sure I'll go through the same thing when my mom dies. Hopefully she won't die in a nursing home or somewhere. Hopefully she'll be wherever she's at doing whatever she's doing, and I'll be holding her hand and rubbing her head too when she passes away. And hopefully it's in peace. Sonora suffered those last 5 days, and I hated that more than anything. She just broke down. Her body just gave out. Her liver stopped functioning, her kidneys stopped functioning, and then her heart just gave out. And I miss her so much. I miss her so much. She was so much of my life. Everything I did was with her. And now I got nothing but all this free time, and I hate it. I hate it. You know, if I didn't have my kids and my girls and Bryson in my life, I wouldn't have nothing to live for. I would. When she died that day, she could have took me with her. And I would have had no regrets. But I've got to raise my girls, and I've got to raise that little boy. He'll be 2 years old next month. And, you know, Sonora got to see him on his first birthday, but she didn't get a chance to be there on his second one. And that's going to be another bad day for us, knowing that she's not there this birthday. It's just a very strange and peculiar life that I'm going to have to live from now on until I die. Raising this boy by myself. You know, Barbara's going to adopt him soon. And then on paper, legally, he'll be her son. He'll still be mine, but he'll be hers on paper. And I'm okay with that. She's been a very good mother to him, raising him just like I wanted her to, just like she raised our girls very well. And I know she'll be a great mother to him. She loves him to death. And I do too. He's so precious. He's so smart. You know, it reminds me of a part in the movie Forrest Gump where he's sitting on the bench, if you've ever seen the movie. He's sitting on the bench after his wife dies, the lady he had the baby by, little boy, little Forrest. Her name is Jenny. And he goes, Jenny, he starts crying. He said, Jenny, Forrest is so smart, you would be so proud of him. And that's the thing that I'll go through with Sonora when Bryson's old enough. I'll tell her, you know, Sonora, you'd be so proud of him. You would be so proud of him. He's going to be a very intelligent child. He'll be a very intelligent man. He'll do something with his life, hopefully. Sports or academically or something. I don't know. But anyway, I'm going to get off here. My phone always runs out of time and out of memory, so I can only record so much. But I'm going to upload this as fast as I can and then clear out some space to do some more videos. But I'll talk at you guys later.